WREKroom Renaissance is in the
How long
building.
we been saying that?
You know what? It's all a blur now.
I think it's about 13 years.
It's one big long blur. But we got a lot of family in the building. We're not gonna have a DJ tonight. We did that for what, 13 years?
13 years DJing.
They can live in one night.
Chopping up.
Got a night off. Good work.
Some of the godfathers and the forefathers and the now fathers of the hip hop scene in the ATL. Talk about some of the fun times. One of our longtime callers is calling up right now.
Oh, snap.
We got a lot of things planned tonight. We're going to probably tell you some of the highs and the lows over the last couple of years here doing the WREKroom Renaissance and just talk to people. And we might as well just go ahead and get started.
Let's get this
We
damn
got,
crack-a-legging. Who we got in the studio tonight, right now?
Well,
We got fam.
We got family,
We got
man.
tons of fam.
Right now, we got Drez the Beatnik.
Yeah.
Here. And let's see. I'm gonna go with shoot, look who's on the
Hey.
man.
Hey.
I'm gonna go with Drez has been around and part of the hip hop scene in Atlanta, and the WREKroom has been around long enough. Like I remember when you were promoting your album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Have Mike Will Travel, right?
Mike Will Travel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how far we go back.
Yeah.
We go further back than that, but
Yes,
you know what I'm
we do.
saying? Like,
Wow.
yeah. It's like people see you as a host now, and
No.
and you've done your thing with Scion, you've toured the world, you've done all these things. But like our first interaction was you just beatboxing and rapping. Man.
Yeah. And honestly, man, you guys definitely are instrumental in what has happened to me in terms of the arc of my career. And I appreciate you guys for what you have done, what you've contributed to Atlanta. Like it's sort of, this is a somber occasion for me, but I know we supposed to be all happy.
You can feel
but-
however you want.
I
Drake's
mean-
made emotions cool in hip hop now, apparently.
I know, right?
So, no, seriously, I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. I mean, like some of my best memories, being a proud member of the Atlanta hip hop movement here, have come via this room, this station. You know what I'm saying, and this show in particular.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate that, man. Like I recall moments being in here with with the entire Major League crew.
Right.
You know what I mean? Massive Flu,
Yeah.
Big Blonde.
Phenomena.
Right. Phenomena, good song, DJ Drama, and Binkus Rex, and in particular Jax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And being in here and busting it up and talking about, the future and all these things. And, we never imagined the scene to grow the way that it's grown. But we're definitely proud of the progress that's been made.
Right.
And we do understand without you guys and the voice that you guys provide via radio, a lot of this would not happen. So, on behalf of myself and all that I represent, thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to make it clear that listeners out there, you're going to hear stuff like that all night. We were really just some guys that like hip hop. And they kept letting us play hip hop on the radio. And, saying a lot of cool people were in the scene. And it's just like, come through.
Right.
Just let us know you're coming.
Right.
That's all we got.
Right, that's all we got.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't roll up here 50 deep talking about interviews. But,
Right.
we appreciate, all the love and all of the accolades that you're giving us. But, like we got Jay Force in the building. A lot of us radio people were just...
Somali.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
DJ
Like,
Capital K. Joe Stew.
it's like, as hip hop heads, you just find a lane, and this is the
Right,
lane
son.
that we chose. And
Melee.
It's not like we were trying to carve out a piece of Atlanta history.
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't.
were.
Oh, okay.
You
I was just like, they letting them dudes on the radio? They definitely gonna let me on the radio.
Nah, just being real. Enchanted's kind of being real humble. Like Enchanted, shout out to DJ Enchanted because he was kind of the catalyst for the WREKroom and us being instrumental in having the opportunity to host this program. So he had been doing the Reggae Sound Splash prior to this show. Prior to 5446, which you heard just a few minutes ago, there was a hip hop show here called the Reggae Sound Splash, which DJ Enchanted, along with Jinx and Isaiah and all those cats, the Apocalypse crew, shout out to them, and was very instrumental. And they, y'all been DJs, y'all been holding it down at the station for like 5-6 years. And shout out to DOP, who was the cat who hosted The Bomb, which was the show before.
The Breaks.
Sorry, The Breaks.
was the bomb,
then the
jam,
then the jam,
then the break, and then the Rec Room.
Then it became the Rec Room. So when he left, he actually came to DJ Enchanted and was like, "Hey man, would you be interested in taking over the hip hop show?"
And what I did was I took half of the hip hop show's time and gave it to the reggae show.
So he was a little selfish at first.
I'm like, sure.
Every week. But he basically, you know what I'm saying, came to me and was like, "Hey man, would you be interested in helping me host this hip hop show?" He was like, "I know you into hip hop. I had never been on the radio. I'd never DJ'd before in my life. So I owe a debt of gratitude to him for even just reaching out to me and saying, yo, I think you into hip hop.
Get over it." So this is right. So most people don't even know this story, right?
No,
So that's kind of true. But like I was doing my thing. Like we were both students at the Georgia Tech Institute or Georgia Tech College.
Stephon Marbury College, University.
Anyway, and like don't get twisted. A-Dot was doing his things. The reason why I approached him is because I saw his grind. Like he was like I hate to say this, but he was like the Ralph McDaniels of Georgia Tech. Like he was always on campus with a TV camera, and I was like, who is this dude, and what is he doing? And like,
I did.
And he was doing, was it People TV or something like that? Jake Force, you had Jake Force had Beats and Lyrics TV.
Right.
All right, now we're sounding old. Let me just I just saw him, and you know, it actually is still the same today, but just I was on campus doing my thing. There's some cats I went to college with out in the other room.
In the lobby.
Do like parties in Home Park and all of this, and Samba Reptile and all. We'll get into all of that in these next couple of hours. The long and short of it is simply that even today in hip hop, like you'll see someone and you see that certain swagger. They've got that certain. You're like, that's a real dude. And I just saw A-Dot and I was like, I don't know that guy, but I could tell that he's got the right grind and that he's into hip hop. So then when the opportunity came forth, I just was like, yo, did we know each other?
Kinda.
No, we had a lot of friends.
We
I didn't
had
know
friends
this
in
dude.
common.
So it was one of those weird.
He older than me. He older.
Northeast, like male interactions where it's like, I already know you, but I think we could do something. It's like, I don't already know you, but it sounds cool. All right, I guess we'll go down here. And here we are.
13 years later, here we are. So,
Word up.
I'm a little bit on the same way. This Black Daniels, by the way, Marcel. In that, I was doing radio here in Atlanta on the other station. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
On the station with no name.
Yeah.
Well, the station with no identity.
Yeah.
station with no hip hop programming.
Pretty much the damn Lord Voldemort of Atlanta right there. But yeah, and I was doing there and I was unceremoniously, exited.
Hey man, I still got my free Marcel t-shirt. I'm just putting that out there.
Yo, man, that thing might be worth
classic
something.
right now.
Might be worth a little something. But yeah, and speaking of the swagger you was just talking about, like just recognizing, like, yo, that cat's into hip hop. There was word. I was finding out that there was a dude who had so much swagger that this dude looked like me. And I found out they're like, yo, there's this DJ, man. He got locks. Yo, he play hip hop. He play reggae. Yo, he's been on the radio for a few years. He's solid. I'm like, yo, if I meet this dude, it's either like we gonna be best friends or I'm about to destroy him.
It's like rappers fighting for their name, right?
Yo, man, like I might not be able to let this dude live.
And can I just interject real quickly?
Yeah.
So this was kind of like when the station that shall not be named was like doing their thing and big, and everyone gave them their respect. And you read liner notes, and it's like I want to shout out the Vinyl Junkies and MD, and I was just like, man, who's this? We could say, but I won't. Anyway, we're gonna keep that game up. But the long and short of it was, I was just going around Atlanta, like let in the clubs and getting like free drinks and all of this like love from people. Had whole conversations about stuff with people. I was just like, I don't know who this other guy is, but he needs to keep doing what he's doing because life is great.
And I will co-sign that because I would be hanging out with DJ Enchanted somewhere, and it never failed during that time period where someone would come up and be like, yo, Marcel! And then he would just kind of look at them crazy, and then they'd be like, oh, "You not Marcel." Like I can't tell you how many times that happened.
Or
So
I would just have the conversation
Right,
and they would walk off. I'd be like, yo, hey, Doc.
I have no idea who that is.
What they were talking about.
So, I mean, shout out to Marcel on the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like he was an Atlanta radio staple and he joined the Rec Room team, what was that, like 2006 maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
5, 6,
Yeah, 5, 6.
And prior to that, I had not even, like, hadn't had the chance to meet him. It was kind of funny because I was like, well, I seem to know his twin very well, but I can't seem to ever, like, I never saw the two of them in the same place. So then I started to really think that they were the same person. And that Enchanted had just been lying this whole time because I was like, I never seen these two people in the same place because everybody kept telling me, yo, he looks just like Enchanted. Marcel and Enchanted look just alike. I was like, I ain't never seen Marcel.
Right.
Ever. And then one day I seen him, I was like, oh my God, it is. But then I got to know the two of them, and I realized, wow, they are really just two people with sharing the same brain. They're just both each a different half.
Well,
of
we
the
get in
brain.
the worst arguments.
Right, but that's why y'all are like the same person. It makes so much sense.
So to add on to this story, shout out to Randall Moore, who should be coming down here at some point in time. Like, he set out to actually get us to meet, and it took him about 2 years. We literally would just never coexist. Like, it was like Clark Kent and Superman. It was just like, we just wouldn't. And we finally became friends. And one day I went to his mom's house, and she was like, "You don't look like my son." And then one time we was in New York for CMJ, which is another story.
CMJ story is great.
But he came to my house, and my mother was like, "You don't look like my son." And he was like, "See, everyone else got it wrong,
say it.
right?" Because mom said we don't look alike, so everyone else in Atlanta, y'all need to kill that. Let the dress be there.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, we appreciate you expressing and extending that. And again, you know, you were doing your thing. You are continuing to do your thing.
Yes,
and we will too. This is just, you know, another closing one chapter, but there's another chapter in the book. So you know what I'm saying? It's a little somber. You know, when I walked in, I saw some people. I was like, oh man, I forgot. Yeah, that,
Right,
you know.
right.
So yeah, man.
No doubt. I mean, this did. I'm sure everybody in this room can agree, and those that are listening out here in Atlanta and beyond, that what this show and programs like it in Atlanta provide, you can't get anywhere else. Like you can't get this. Like, I mean, Somali is not going to get played on them other stations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a home here. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a home here. You know what I'm saying? Where he can go get his spins.
Right.
He can go collect his royalty checks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he can use those royalty checks as resources to go and make even greater art. Right. You know, there are voices by removing programs and on platforms like this, like you're taking away voices that, especially in these days and times, that are necessary and needed. And you know, I know that this is not the end, and I look forward, as I'm sure the rest of the listening audience and everybody in this room is looking forward to the next step, and hopefully it's swift and immediate.
We're working on that.
You know, I'm hoping it's swift and immediate, like in the next 7 days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hope y'all come back quicker than Meek Mill.
I didn't even think that was coming up tonight.
Early. I know, man. It hurt. The setup hurt, but the execution was so sweet.
But
So you never want us to come back, man.
I want you to come back. Like, please come back. But you know, I know I'm gonna see you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that. So, you know,
And to echo
leave it a rec room, man.
And to echo what kind of Dress said, you know, we've always said on the show, it's not just a show, it's a movement. And that's been our tagline since we started it. You know, it wasn't just something that we came up with a week ago or even a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that this show, yes, we're all hip-hop heads. We've been into hip-hop. That's kind of what brought us all together. But we realized that there's more to it than just the music. It's the community that things like this kind of breed. The community of DJs that we've come to know, from the Capital K's to the Deliver, the Rock Most, the Yamin Somalis, the DJ Ghost, the Legacy, Black Daniels, and from every DJ that spun here, DJ Lord to JC to just anybody who's come through here, man. It's like everybody's come through. They've shown us love. I mean, people that had, extremely established careers still came through the Rec Room and showed us love. You know what I'm saying? And what I value is the fact that we were able to keep that thing going and keep doing it the way we wanted to do it. And we would never... Shout out to WREK. I got to give a shout out to WREK because as long as we've been doing the show, and yes, I know we might have had one or two slips on profanity over the years.
No,
on the
never.
stage. No, you guys, come on.
Hip-hop?
Really? Nah. But we tried to do our best with things like that, but they never were at a point to say, you can't do this show anymore, or that this show isn't valuable to the audience that's out there. So part of why I really enjoy doing this show is because it gives a platform to artists that might not get that platform other places. So that was kind of my mission and why I enjoy doing the show, is because it gave that voice to people that might not get that opportunity to share that voice. So to be a part of that and to be, I don't know, they call us influential a little bit. Influencers.
I was in it for the underground groupies.
Man, you were in it for the wrong reasons.
All in.
Wrong reasons.
All
But-
three.
all three of them, right. But the fact that we did have that and we are seen as that and help to, if I help someone's career by getting them some spins or giving them a radio interview, that later they were able to put that in front of some other A&R or something like that, hey, I feel like I did my job, you know what I mean? Like, I helped to help them, you know what I mean? The show is always, like we said, it's always been a movement. It hasn't just been about the show. It hasn't ever really just been about us either. It's always been about the community that we are in here in Atlanta and the hip-hop that came out of here. And trying to give some light to some of this hip-hop that is incredibly dope.
Right.
That a lot of people just were like, Atlanta, you ain't turning up, you ain't snapping, ain't no dance that goes with that. Oh, that ain't Atlanta hip hop. And it's like, nah, man, there's some dope Atlanta hip hop. Not just what you see commercially.
That's all you doing?
Right,
And I'm like,
right. That's it.
That's all y'all got?
Right. It's like,
That's not Atlanta hip hop. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you got, that's not Atlanta hip hop.
right.
Hey man, we got Jay Force in the building. I want to holler at Jay Force.
Yes, we got Jay, the radio OG.
First of all, I want to say this. Like, I don't really know because I've been in Atlanta so long. One thing about the underground scene as far as radio in Atlanta, like we were all like a brotherhood or family. I won't say brotherhood because we got a lot of sisters also helping
Shout out DJ
with this.
Ghost in the building.
So, from 88, RFG, you know what I'm saying? Even when CLK had some stuff going on, it's always been like love, you know what I'm saying? So even the state WUGA, whatever it is.
Yep.
We're on Georgia Tech, so let's not say that again. But, you know what I'm saying?
That other station.
That other station in Athens. But like Jay Force, man, is family, and you know what I'm saying? Like we shared DJs, we shared music, we argued, we we pontificated, we debated, and I even had a short stint where like I was filling in for an extended period over at Beats and Lyrics, and I really got to know Jay, period, because he was a 5-star general, and he's just a cool dude from Philly, you know what I'm saying? So, I hate to say I look at him like a big brother in radio, because like, I don't know about you, but I always listen to Beats and Lyrics on Saturday, and I was like, we gotta get our show closer to that.
Right. It was like the measurement stick, right?
But then when I DJ'd over there, I was like, okay, now I know why this show is like this, because like Jay knew what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a sonic, like the songs, and we would talk and argue about records. He'd be like, no, that's great. That is not a Beats and Lyrics song. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciated you for that.
Oh, no, I mean, I appreciate y'all, man, because like I said, I mean, I think the most important thing to me, I'm a little nervous a little bit today coming in, man, but I knew I had to come and support, and I think I'm a little nervous and a little melancholic, not that our friendships are going to dissolve in any way, But also, it's kind of like what Drez says, man. It's kind of like when I heard y'all were leaving, I'm like, God dang, you know, like it's to me, it's like I was reading Rodney Carmichael from the Creative Loafers article earlier today, talking about how, you know, Atlanta, you know, think about what y'all showed 13 years and the stuff that I was doing with that station with the bum ass management.
Right.
And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, and the stuff that happened over where Marcel came from. And you know, it's kind of like all the places for true artists that have that outlet. And just like we would converse amongst each other about, yo, check out this cat, you know, sing him by your show. We know we worked together. We were family. You know, we had our own individualities and the way how we do the show, our show, and how we go about everything. But it was always about, just like y'all said, man, it was about the community, about us working together. And I think the thing that makes me nervous is with me no longer being on that bum ass station with the bum ass management, you know, and then y'all leaving, you know, is that I worry about those artists like a Yamin Somali coming up, the next Outkast, and all those other guys that can have a platform that's going to like do be something different other than I'm just trapping and snapping all day.
Right.
You know, and you know that's what I big up Rasta Brute just came up in the building, but you know just to kind of get off of that, man, is really about y'all, man, and I'm very, very proud and happy of the friendships that we have and developed together. You know, from Drez to Enchanted to all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, Marcel. You know, even when Marcel's at the other station, and Yamin Somali before he was Yamin Somali. But we genuinely have a good brotherhood and sisterhood, man. What up, Ghost? You know. And we hang out with each other outside of this stuff, you know. Right. Whereas these other people, sometimes they might be on different stations, they competing and they arguing with each other. But with us, it's like we party with each other, you know. You know.
Oh, well, I have party with J Force, and that's period. We won't say anything else.
What happens in the control room?
No,
You get that text from J Force telling you, yo, you need to come through. You come through.
That's all I'm saying. You guys are making it sound like something it's not. Let's just say that J Force is a gracious host and make sure that you have a good time.
Yes.
That's all it's about,
That's
man.
Gracious.
But like I said, man, I'm proud to be here with y'all. I'm proud to call y'all brothers, man.